Traitors, civil wars, dragons. Huh. Those troubles don't cross my doorway.
We're the children of Skyrim, and we
Yeah, you've got, well, Anag doesn't know this, but you have a fence sitting in your... No, forget it.
But this land is ours.
Yeah, bard.
I
mean, I know it's a bard, but we now have a new connection with the Bard's College, so Anag kind of has more of appreciation for a bard. I really thought Viarmo was going to sing that song, and he didn't. Are you Baron's brother?
By blade or by spell?
I wonder.
You want it dead?
I would suspect yes.
I'll make it dead. All you
Well,
need to do is pay my fee.
We got nothing else to do right now. Let's just drink, shall we? Let's have, what did we buy? We bought a Surly Brothers wine, I think, right? And we bought that Argonian blood wine. And then let's just top it off with some Nord mead. And then we'll have a dessert while we're here. Apple pie. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, what effect do I get from the fish over there? What's that? What is that? Hang on. Is that in my active effects? Is it the Argonian blood wine? Oh, that must be it. Can breathe underwater for 50 seconds. Resist 40% of poison for 50 seconds. Stamina regenerates slower, slower, because I'm drunk as hell. Strong brew. Okay. Well, we'll say that took 2 hours. We drank 2 bottles of wine and 4 bottles of mead. Oof. And an apple pie. Nag's a champ. Laborer. How goes the window beating? Alright. Lydia, we're heading off to bed. You're not obligated to come to bed now. You can go whenever you want. Sounds like they're going to be up partying for a little while yet. Oh no, she's coming. Okay. And then tomorrow morning, first thing, is the Feast of Olaf. I imagine they start drinking early here. And then off to... God, we don't even know where. We have to check the map, don't we? The East March Imperial Camp. Just close the door when you come in, would you? I know you won't, but I say that anyway. Alright, let's check our map. So... where the deuce are we going? In the flames. Yes, where do we go? Oh! Hey! You know what else is right around there? Is it this one? Right there! Maybe we'll... Whoa, guys, check it out! The cloud cover's gone. You can see Vardenfell. Whoa, awesome. Holy crap. Holy crap, you can see parts of Cyrodiil too. Okay, hang on, let's see Vardenfell here for a second. That's hard to see, it's all foggy. It's all been blown to hell. Neat though. Hey, Fort Dawnguard is right. Fort Dawnguard is in Morrowind, isn't it? Kinda looks like it. How much of Cyrodiil can we see? Pretty decent amount. See if we go over here. Ooh, Hammerfell we can see a lot of. Wow, you can see a lot of Hammerfell. Holy crapola. Can we see any of High Rock? Ooh, you can see the castle out there. Volkahar, whatever it is. Okay, so Farron then is like right over here. Not that mountain, but like right you can barely see the coastline here because the water kind of is the same color as the land, but it's like right over here somewhere, I think, or maybe it's like here. I want to say Johanna is like right here, and maybe Farron's like over here. This is neat. I wonder what these mountains. Are those the Dragon Tail Mountains? Is that what those are called? I can't remember. Hammerfell, and then this over here. I think this is kind of the border between Hammerfell and Cyrodiil, maybe. So then Cyrodiil we can see not terribly much because I can't turn the camera around all the way. Still, you can see probably where Bruma would be. Wait a minute, is that the Nibbin right here? So then Bruma would be where? This is Pale Pass, right? So Bruma would be like here-ish? Here? Oh, that must be like where Cloud Ruler Temple is. Bruma would be like down here. I wonder, could that be the Nibbin Bay with the island, the Imperial Island? I wish you could see it better. You know, there's a video on YouTube. I would have to look it up to give you the link. But there's a video of a user who is playing Skyrim, and he walks the trail up here as far as you can go till you get to the gate, right? And then he TCLs and floats above the city, above the gate, and kind of comes down on the other side, and he actually runs all the way. And they actually drew, like, the physical map of Cyrodiil. Obviously, it's really low resolution, and there's no trees or anything like that, but the map exists, and you can run all the way down to, like, the Imperial City, and there's actually a tower there. They put the tower, the Imperial Tower in there. Now, it's really low texture. It's not, like... not like you see in Cyrodiil, but it's there. So if you come up here to the gate, to the border crossing, and you TCL up in the air, you can actually see the tower from here. It's really neat. It's kind of cool that they did all that work. I don't know why they would do it, but they did it. Anyway, okay, so we have to go here. We're going to also go there because that's right next door. We can take those back to man, it's so cool to be able to see Vardenfell. Can't see Solstheim, can you? No, that's not Solstheim. That's I forget what those islands are called, but that is not, I don't think, Solstheim. Solstheim's supposed to be like right out here. Or maybe even like right over here. But anyway, neato. Very neat. Has anybody ever come up this way as far as you can go? What's stopping you from going this way? I don't think I ever have. There's a road. I imagine it's just an invisible wall that stops you, but... Cool. I like that the clouds aren't on. That's good. I wish I could have that all the time. I think you can have that all the time, but maybe I didn't download that part of the mod or something. Okay. Anyway, focus, Pam, focus. So we're going to have to probably assault Fort Amal. We'll have to get there. We'll do this first, I think, and then we'll get there. But first will be, of course, the Feast of King Olaf. And then that. And then that. And then that, probably. And then back to that. And then that. That's my guess for how this will all go down. And I think, unless I'm mistaken, I don't really have any other outstanding quests. The Forsworn one we're not going to do. Missing in Action, there's no way that Anai would know to meet Freya in her home because we never actually, she never told us. Oh, did she ask me? I don't remember that. But for some reason Anai declined to do it. I think maybe because at the time she wasn't involved in the Civil War and didn't want to be. Forbidden Legend has never been our quest. We just found a book, that's all. And I guess one of the parts of the amulet, but that doesn't really interest Anai. Dark Brotherhood, as far as an eye is concerned, that one's done. We're not going to attack the Sanctuary. We think Commander Mero's kind of crazy to think that we would. That never happened. Or it did happen, but we thought the guy was crazy and threw his bone away. Well, we do hate vampires, but it's not going to be part of this LP. And that one, we got out of Falkreath because it was just too depressing. Miscellaneous, yeah, a lot of these we don't. That one we finished on our own way. That one doesn't really interest us too much, the Broken Ore Grotto. With the Occultist, no interest. Javi Ra, no interest. Temba, no interest. That one, where is that one? That's another one that we could maybe do on our way to Eastmarch, because that's another college one, I believe, right? Museum in Dawnstar, no. This is all Riften ones, no. Arkanthams. Don't know why we're supposed to visit there. Sully and Cinco, they were sending a platoon or a brigade or something to clear that out. So we don't have to worry about that. No, we don't run errands for boatmen. Constant Michelle about adoption, not really in a position to adopt. Another Riften one, Riften. Periite Shrine, have no interest in that. Speak to the Earl of Falkreath about the stupid Blackbriar Mead. That was one of the very first ones we got. Craft an Iron Dagger, when did I do that? Companions. Oh no, Speak to the Earl of Falkreath was about purchasing a house. That's what that was about. Shrine of Azura, I ran into that dark elf on the road, but that didn't really appeal either. And then the Bandit Leader, that was the very first Falkreath, the quest we got in Falkreath when we spoke to the innkeeper there, whose name escapes my memory. Maybe we'll have to do that as like a epilogue, maybe. The very first quest we were ever given. We'll finish it off. Okay, well anyway, so that's that. So that's the map. Spent a lot of time on the map. Sorry about that, you guys. Let's do a little reading before we retire for the evening. So we finished the Enantiomorph. Let us read Myth and Religion Book 7, Elder Scrolls and Ancestor Moths. That will finish up this series. And then the only two books we'll have left to read from the Wanderer's Tale mod will be this one, Book 2 on Myrrh from the Races of Tamriel, one that we skipped earlier. And this one, Wanderer's Tales, Book 2, Tales of Movarth, whose story we actually already know, and whose ending we've already wrought. But we'll come to that another time. So again, this will be the end of an episode. If you don't want to listen to the rest of the episode, the reading part, just skip ahead and you will join the next episode, assuming there's one uploaded when you watch this, for the rest of the action. But if you wish to sit around and listen, that's what I'm going to read right now. It's from the Wanderer's Tale mod, which is by the gentleman who does the Elder Lore podcast. Very excellent. I suggest you Google it and listen. He's got a number of episodes out right now. He's been doing it for a few years. It's really good. Really deep into the lore. And I can't recommend it highly enough. And again, this mod comes from him. And it's all about the lore of the Elder Scrolls games, plural. So here we go. Without further ado, Myth and Religion, Book 7, Elder Scrolls and Ancestor Moths by Carrick Oswin. Facts about the fabled Elder Scrolls are few and hard to find. There is very little understood about them at the moment, and indeed perhaps they are unknowable. The dragons call them Kella, and some call them Aedric prophecies, though this last name is not technically accurate, as the scrolls are not necessarily prophecies. We do not know how many of them there are, not because they are abundant, but because, according to Quintus Nerevelis, former imperial librarian and member of the cult of the Ancestor Moth, the scrolls, quote, do not exist in countable form. One might say that the scrolls exist simultaneously, one might say that the scrolls simultaneously exist and do not exist, that they are fragments of pure creation from outside of time. It might be erroneous to say that they have the ability to prophecy, because they exist outside of time. In other words, they are not technically looking into the future or looking into the past. Time is not recorded in linear form for the Elder Scrolls. They see all moments simultaneously. With time and scholarship, mortals can learn to read and interpret the Elder Scrolls, but the information they divulge is never absolute. Those who dedicate themselves to the scrolls do so at a price, however. With each reading, the reader trades their worldly eyesight for greater understanding of the vision of the scrolls. By the time they are completely blind, they can see far more of the scope of the Elder Scrolls than the younger readers. By time-honored tradition, only the members of the cult of the Ancestor Moth are allowed to read the scrolls. Younger members of the cult care for the older members, as younger members are still in their years of study and practice, and older members have mostly lost their eyesight. Stretching back into antiquity, before the cult, or the order, as it was originally known, the Cyro-Nords had a tradition of making and trading so-called ancestor silks. These shawls were gently woven with the silks of the gypsy moth and inscribed with the genealogy of their buyers. Supposedly, the songs and hymns of their ancestors were gathered and woven into the fabric during the elaborate silk-gathering ritual. Those songs could be heard when the silks were rustled and the fabric rubbed up against itself. This became a sacred custom, specifically for the Nibonese people of Cyrodiil, and the order was born. The most senior members of the Order of the Ancestor Moth were able to bypass the ritual of gathering the silks, and were able to wear the moths themselves. They would travel to an ancestor glade where they would find canticle trees. Using a traditional ancestor moth draw knife, they would harvest some of the bark from the canticle tree, ground it up, and apply the mixture to their clothing. This would attract the ancestor moths to them. They would maintain contact with the moths through the chanting of inaudible mantras, and could walk around garbed in moths. The significance of the ancestor moths themselves is that, according to tradition, the spirits of our ancestors are reborn in the moths. It is through this connection with ancestral tradition and spirituality that a connection is made with the nature of the Elder Scrolls. To quote the rare book, Pension of the Ancestor Moths, quote, "Adepts of our order are gifted with prescient powers. The wisdom of the ancestors can sing the future into the present. For this reason, our order and our order alone has been given the privilege to interpret the Elder Scrolls. These writings exceed even the gods, both Aedra and Daedra." A scholar named Justinius Polonius has studied the effects of on the reading of Elder Scrolls at the various levels of research and scholarship. It is recorded in his book, Effects of the Elder Scrolls, that uneducated readers suffer from no adverse effects upon reading the scroll, nor do they understand any of it. They appear at first to have odd lettering and symbols, but some have been heard saying that they see allusions to constellations and astronomy on the scrolls. Those who know of the Elder Scrolls but lack the proficiency of long practice are immediately struck blind forever after. Following these, which Justinius refers to as the naifs and the unguarded intellect accordingly, are the two categories which the monks of the ancestor moths fall into: mediated understanding, where most monks fall, and illuminated understanding, which is achieved just before the monks are permanently stricken completely blind, the day of their penultimate reading. Most of the known scrolls used to be stored within the imperial palace, in the imperial city, in the imperial library, sometimes referred to as the Elder Library, or the Hall of Records. Following the theft of one of the scrolls during the chaos of the Oblivion Crisis, however, attempts at taking inventory of the scrolls proved fruitless. Amounts and placements of the scrolls seemingly fluctuated with no discernible pattern. Finally, in 4th Era 175, the scrolls disappeared from the library. Thus ends the Carrick Oswin book series on myth and religion, with Book 7, Elder Scrolls and Ancestor Moths. Thank you for joining me, everyone, for another round of Let's Roleplay Skyrim. Tomorrow, King Olaf's Burning, and a quest to the Imperial camp in Eastmarch. Excuse me. Oh, god damn it. I waited too long. What time is it? I guess by seriously 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I was too late. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that was possible. Corpulus, I need a room.
Welcome to the... Take a
No,
look.
not that. A room.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Just for the night,
Sure
I think.
It's yours for a day.
Thanks.
I'll show you to your room.
Maybe he upgraded us. I wonder. Oh man, seriously, like I looked right at it, and as I was speaking, hey, good, he upgraded us. Nice, okay. Hey, do you mind?
You wouldn't be a sellsword, would you? I have a little problem you could solve.
No, I have already offered
Remember,
to
I
talk to you
need
about
that
that.
bandit dead, not alive.
Lydia, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to bed. You take care of angry face over there.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Yeah, evict him. Lydia, you're on it. You take care of it. I'm going to sleep because that was weird. Okay. Good night, everyone. Tomorrow we burn a king in effigy.